Welcome back. Joe Biden's former physician did show up for his closed-door deposition today, but he pleaded the fifth to all the questions, and it wrapped up in only about 30 minutes. House Republicans subpoenaed Dr. Kevin O'Connor for an interview on President Biden's decline while in office. They wanted to know the circumstances around Biden's last medical assessment and whether his inner circle pressured O'Connor to say Biden was fit for office. But it looks like they didn't get any of those answers. Here's Oversight Chairman James Comer.
I can tell you exactly what happened. Dr. O'Connor pleaded the Fifth Amendment. This is unprecedented, and I think that this adds more fuel to the fire that there was a cover-up.
And time now to bring in our power panel this morning. We've got Tiffany Smiley, former Republican state Senate candidate in Washington, as well as Morgan Harper, former Democrat Senate candidate in the state of Ohio. Thank you both for coming on this morning. Want to talk about this new book that is out that's also detailing more of the allegations of what was really happening in this Biden White House. The author of that book described in the New York Times that he called Biden's cell phone in March of 2024. Biden answered and agreed to talk to him, but subsequent calls then went to voicemail, and ultimately the number was disconnected. Aides even berated the reporter for contacting Biden directly. He writes, quote, "At the most perilous moment of his presidency, with his prospects for re-election teetering amid growing concerns about his age and mental acuity, Mr. Biden was all but impossible for anyone outside his tight inner circle to reach. Instead of confronting the president with the bad news, his aides limited access to him." Tiffany, doesn't sound like that bubble worked out too well for them.
No, it didn't. And, you know, I kind of feel like forget the book deals. Let's get to the bottom of this and get answers for the American people. It was the first debate, Bill, that really showed the American people that President Biden was clearly unfit to execute the duties of president. And clearly his inner circle was actively involved in a cover-up, hiding President Biden's physical and mental decline from the American people. And the American people deserve answers on this. This is not going to go away anytime soon. I mean, we can see from the testimony today, or the lack thereof, the more that the Democrats continue to double down on this, and really, truly, all they are doing is pretending that Joe Biden was fit to be the president of the United States. As long as they keep doing that, they're going to continue to lose credibility. And if they continue down this course, they won't just lose in 2028. They will get wiped out in the midterms.
Yeah, and you mentioned that first debate, and the book offers a little more insight into that. Morgan, I want to get your thoughts on this, because according to that book, when President Biden started giving some of his answers, his aides were wincing backstage, and in particular, when he gave that answer where he said, "We finally beat Medicare," Ron Klain allegedly said, quote, "We're effed." Morgan, is that kind of what was going on in a lot of heads of Democrats that night when they heard that answer?
Well, I think a lot of Democrats were concerned about what was going on in that debate. And look, I mean, I don't think there's any denying that those that were closest to the president need to take some accountability here about the decision making that was happening. But I think this is also true. The American people, and this is something that the Republicans on the Hill need to pay attention to, American people are a lot less likely to be focused on that as we approach what President Trump is focusing everyone's attention on, the next 250 years of this country as we approach our 250th anniversary. And the American people are going to be a lot more concerned about, are we going to continue to allow United Healthcare to make all of the health decisions for our elderly? Are we going to let private equity control our kids' sports? Are we going to let John Deere tell our farmers when and how they get to repair their own equipment? Those are the types of issues I hear people talking about all the time, and the Republicans on the Hill and the Democrats should better spend their time focusing on solving those problems.
And this book also detailed the really influential role that Jill Biden and her chief of staff, Anthony Bernal, played on the administration. There's one excerpt writing, quote, "Jill played the role of the protective spouse, encouraging the president to eat his vegetables, keep him on time, and questioning staffers when she felt they erred." According to the book, Bernal accused Anita Dunn, a veteran Democratic political strategist who served in the Biden and Obama administrations, of being disloyal for pushing more transparency about the Biden family. Tiffany, Anthony Bernal was supposed to talk to the committee, but he pulled out, decided not to. Now we've got Kevin O'Connor pleading the fifth. Doesn't sound like they're getting a whole lot of answers so far.
No, they're not. And Democrats are really squirming. They're trying to delay any testimony, come up with excuses for the testimonies just to completely not happen. And it just goes back to prove that the Democrat machine is going to continue to pretend that they did not prop up a failing candidate for their nominee. And again, I'll say it again, the more that they double down on this, they will continue to lose credibility with the American people.
Morgan, got 10 seconds left. Final word.
Yeah, I think the best move here is just to be honest about those who are closest to the president. That's what the American people deserve, but also they're concerned about a lot of other issues, and folks on the Hill need to turn their attention.
Got to leave it there. Apologize. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for joining us. Outnumbered coming up next.